from different factions. This Zenithar were left on hold. The Harpers, on the other hand, were well, you accepted their offer and immediately went ahead to do the assignment, breaking into what seemed like a very big stables, like a very big barn, to find a talking horse. Reporting your findings and heading back to the tavern. You go to sleep, all is well, you wake up, go grab breakfast, and something blows up outside of your house. We're back.
Ah, that's where we left off.
Yay, explosions.
Like Asgrim's like asleep on the bar and just slipped off his stool and just popping up like a meerkat. Going, what the hell was that?
I think Matt maybe have blown himself up. Matt, are you okay?
I believe I'm right next to you.
Okay, he didn't blow himself up.
Friggin will be putting on maid's armor and seeing through his familiar's eyes to try and see if he can see anything.
Yeah, I'll send you the link real quick.
Yeah, Asgrim's also going to rush outside as soon as he's up. You said it. The explosion came from the street.
From the like alley behind the tavern. Like instead of going into the tavern, you keep going like downwards. Was an explosion from there.
Give it a second load.
Yeah, yeah.
Asgrim just wandering out through the front door, try and see what happened. Yes, see which direction the bat's flying.
Unless the bat flies, assuming through the main door area, he will turn left and you'll see
That usually
the area.
stays about up at the top here, so probably go follow the sound down.
Yeah. Yeah, your bat scanning the area. None of the buildings seem to be currently burning from the explosion. It does seem like the explosion took many lives. There are about 11 bodies laying in the street right now.
Oh,
Do any of them look like they are still alive? Like they were hurt, but maybe still breathing?
When you load them up, you can see like there are some tokens and some actual dead bodies. The tokens seem to be alive. Maybe a bit shaken, but not dead.
could I?
Butcher will go over there and fly through the hole. I mean, there's a hole in the wall or something, right?
He blew up the terrace. It's not the wall itself. Like,
Ah,
yeah.
it's hovering in the air there.
Can I try to figure out what happened? Was there a carriage that was carrying stuff, or was there an explosion actually on the terrace?
With your expertise, you can assume that the explosion was like in the middle, like if you this area
Yeah, but
where it originated, not on the terrace itself.
Mm,
With your expertise, think the middle of the crater might be where the explosion came from.
Well, he's the expert.
Yeah, if anyone looks like they have this woman over here, does she look like she was just part of the explosion, or is she just are these onlookers?
She doesn't seem hurt, but you can talk to her. You would know that this is where's the name? Fala. Her name is Fala. She owns the greenhouse behind her.
just go up and ask. Do you have any idea what that was? Who were they?
Not entirely sure. I was just going upstairs to water the plants and just something blew up, shattered some of my windows. I saw like a cloaked figure grabbing something from one of the bodies and running away.
Hmm.
Well, make sure your shop doesn't burn. We wouldn't want the merchandise to go up in smoke too soon. I'm gonna rush off into the debris to see if I can find anyone that needs help.
Yeah, you can make perception or investigation check as you go through the bodies. Whoever goes through the bodies.
9.
8.
15.
They actually open up. So I see the rolls. They can roll properly. Are you rolling anything, Gideon? You rolled in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Oh, that was math.
uh,
You don't have to if you're not looking.
I'm more in the fire currently.
So the only one who manages to find, like, recognize something is Brigwin. Well, all of you recognize a few things. That's like the general. There is old, elderly female human. That two cloaked male humans. You notice a snake with wings tattoo on both of them when you look around. Two female humans and one half elf dressed in like servant clothing, or at least what's left of them. One male gnome wearing a burned cloak and like holding a dagger, and two female halflings, female halflings and two male halflings. They seem like some of them had like two flutes. One had a fiddle. Like they were playing when the explosion happened. But Brigwin, when you look on the dead gnome, you see that the like edge of his cloak and his boots have dry waste on them, so he probably was in the sewers as of late. And you find 5 gemstones that are worth 100 gold each.
Hey, gold.
Slightly morbid.
You're just taking it.
Um, I guess I'll pick them up. Don't know if I'll keep them.
Okay.
Scrim's kneeling over one of the bards, just like picking up the broken instrument, and he's just like crying. It's like, oh my god, they're all dead.
Call out, hey, this guy's got some waste on him, like he's been in the sewers, and uh, there's some guys with Zentrin tattoos. You think maybe this was from the Xanathars attacking Zentrum somehow?
Hmm. I'm not sure. I don't think they often use explosions like these.
And Scrim just stares forward in anger, and he's like, this was them. They've brought it right to our doorstep. Can't let them get away with this.
Them who?
Zentarum, whoever did this. I mean, hell, why would they blow this place up?
Considered maybe this is a warning that we keep happen to.
Hmm.
Then they might as well bomb like
Our place.
60 feet that way.
If they're targeting us, they would have bombed us.
The building that's damaged is someone lives there. It's not. It's either. Let's see. It's more of a storage building. It's not a business of any sort.
Wait, you said that guy looked like he'd been in the sewers. So maybe wasn't he with Xanathar? Isn't that where their stuff is?
Yeah. If there were people from both clans, perhaps it was some outside force or some traitor.
I'm not sure if this is entirely intentional.
That's true. This could have just been a mistake. I tried to brew champagne one time and it looked kind of like this on a much smaller scale.
Is there anything,
Fire and all?
you know what's stored in this warehouse?
Well, something explosive apparently.
Saying, depending on how valuable it might be, someone could have been trying to get in there, or maybe there was explosives.
Look, she said she saw someone in a cloak, right? Something off one of the bodies?
Yeah, but you, it could just be someone decided to loot someone.
Or this is all a distraction so that they could get away. I mean, it does seem like we've got two sides of the gangs here. Maybe we should ask around, see if anyone else saw anything.
Yeah, you can talk to her. Whoever is it, if you see a token, you can interact with them, like by talking.
Did you see what happened here?
I did see something on the roof. Yeah. It didn't look like a human. It looked like more like a puppet. It's threw something into the ground down here and an explosion. I saw those halflings burning alive. And just like sits down on the ground.
Can I insight check her
Go ahead.
just in case? No, well, not one.
She's not lying, as far as you can tell.
Hmm. You said there were two Zentara members. What do they look like?
It's cloaked men.
Yeah, slightly crisp. Nothing specific, if that's what you're wondering.
Hmm.
It's your average Zentarum thug, you would assume.
Looks like we have a third party.
Still caught up on the puppet throwing bombs. I mean, we saw some pretty weird stuff done with Zentarum, but puppets and bombs? Anyone like? I mean, are any of these gangs? I'll just sort of pose to the group and also try and remember myself. Are any of them famously like bombers? Do any of them use these kinds of
No,
explosions normally?
bombing like this are not. uh, They don't happen. It's usually just stabbings or like, just normal attacks. Nothing of this sort. Blackmailing, assassinating, sure, but explosions not really a thing of neither of the gangs.
Vala says he saw some cloaked figure looting something, didn't he? Did he see where they went?
So we can ask her. Hey, we where where'd that cloaked figure run off to? Did you see which direction they went?
He just slowly stands up, like leaning on the building, and points to the right over there. But I didn't see much else.
Sure, you didn't happen to see what they were carrying?
Let me actually roll for her. Some sort of gem.
Also, or one of the gems I took, did it look anything like this?
Oh no, it was a weird shape. It like more elliptic, and it looked like it had weird eyes on it. Like, it's weird. It was
Gem with
like
eyes.
greenish gray, like as if someone put gems inside to look like eyes.
Yeah, that's never a good sign. Hmm. Um, is that is that like a thing that we might know about? Is that like a unique thing, or is that are these little eye gems running around? Like, is that some kind of jewelry Asgrim might have seen in one of his noble parties or something?
No, you never seen such a thing.
I thought I might be able to track it or something, but I've never heard something like that. Shall we go see if we can track where they ran off to? I mean, someone running from an explosion like that is generally the first person I would suspect.
Yeah. I'll Fletchers fly up high, see if they see any cloaked figure running around.
As far as Fletcher can see, If there was someone here, he's long gone.
Talk to that kid. Hey there, you saw a cloaked figure running by here?
I didn't see anything. I just it was an explosion. I jumped behind the crates here, and I heard like something hit the ground, and I found this, and it lifts a necklace.
Can I see?
I promise to give it back.
I promise.
Okay. And he gives you the necklace.
Anything interesting about the necklace?
I'll say you can make an Arcana check.
22.
That's a necklace of fireballs. It has 2 beads left on it.
That's quite an interesting device you've got. Hey guys, I think I found what the explosion was made with.
Hmm?
Is that the kid? I mean, is that the guy we're looking for?
I doubt that, but I think this is the weapon.
Yeah, by this point you guys start hearing like flapping of wings. Don't see anything yet, but you can hear.
Hmm.
Oh wait, if those are the bombs, we shouldn't be holding them when the guards arrive.
Yeah, I'll hand it back to the kid. Maybe don't show people these.
Maybe Esco puts a hand up as he hands the 2 explosives back to a child. He's like, are you sure that?
I
How
promise, I
how about
promise.
right? Well, you can give it back to the kid, but the kid's not gonna be able to keep it.
Hey kid, that's a real cool necklace. I'll pay you a gold for it.
Okay.
I'll flick him a gold coin and take the
Yeah.
necklace.
Yeah, at this point you can still hear the flapping of wings, but you can now see the source of the noise. It's 2 figures land on the rooftops next to you.
Start
Oh, they got
panicking
next
and
to
turn
you.
to Matt, just like, I did, quick.
You see 2 griffins with riders on them. And not too late after that, you begin hearing like people in armor running towards this area.
I mean, should we hide it? We just go up to them and tell them we got this. I don't think it's a stretch to believe that whoever did this dropped it, kid picked it up, and that's it. We have the murder weapon.
Okay, let's hope they believe us.
Kid, stay here for a sec.
I have Fletcher go up and sit on Matt's shoulder. Or whoever's going up to them.
Guards begin showing up. One of them steps ahead. Everyone, clear the area. Don't touch anything here.
Well, you're a bit too late for that. We found the fucking weapon that did this.
Thank goodness you're here, officers. Oh, what a horrible experience we've had this morning.
Good, now put it down and leave the area.
Alright. Just put it on the floor, kick it towards him, and actually, we live right behind you. So if you wouldn't mind us passing.
Yeah, they'll make you some room.
As I walk past, I'll just gesture the alley and say, "Oh, we're pretty sure he went that way. Like,
They just
As we're
look down the
walking,
area as you pass.
as we're walking back, just is it a bad time to mention I've actually found a way to get uh fuel, call it flammable fuel. Yeah, come inside actually. Actually, let's go to the upper floor and use it in the chimney because fucking around with my little distillery set, I've managed to make something very far removed from alcohol, but incredibly flammable.
well,
So,
okay.
I think we
That
need
seems like as good a
insurance.
time as any to make sure. Yeah, you're right.
I
Make
hope
sure
we
that
have
wasn't
insurance.
stolen.
I'm just having
But
Patrick sit on the roof here and every now and then seeing through his senses, see if anything interesting happens over there.
Yeah, which part of the mansion you go in? Like the top, like the tower itself. It's the top. You're doing it, or you're like your room itself.
I mean, we can stay on this map if you want us to just
yeah,
go onto
I
the
mean,
balconies there, because I
it's
think
more
we do want
just
to pay attention.
Yeah, sure.
it's more just me wanting to demonstrate my new chemical material.
I don't know. I don't remember your subclass. I just remember it involves explosions and fire.
Explosions come at level 9.
Okay, so no explosions, only fire.
Yes. Hmm.
You going to RP anything, or should I just move on?
I
I'll
reckon
say
it's
to
like
Matt that feels kind of strange cooperating with the law. Do you, I mean, I think we
Yeah.
should be helping these guys. Having them on our side is obviously a good idea, but
I mean, well, it's no different from another gang. Plus, they're not the ones that did this. I'd work with them to find whoever did.
thinking whatever they stole will be worth something, right? To go bombing someone in broad daylight.
Hmm. I just can't help but wonder. I think it might be our open lord.
You think he was like, oh well, we got information and now I'm
Well, as far as I can tell, the city officially wouldn't do this. The open lord is otherwise the only person who would be powerful enough to do this, and would target both gangs.
And set them up to make it look like it was just part of their gang more.
Hmm.
oh basically rid of us who has been no deal with that gang and then basically get like the support and the gang in that way make better. Take over the game.
I was just thinking maybe he was behind this. But anyone with a grudge and enough money could fucking do this.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how this might involve us yet, unless they got the address wrong. But I think we should be careful of what Gideon's saying. We don't want them to make us take the fall for something like this.
I
So, hands
don't
clean.
think this has anything to do with us.
Oh, I do want to know where that guy ran off to, though. Back inside to pour myself a drink.
If he went down the alley, he might have gone to the sewer as well.
Think we ought to check there? I don't think that the officials are.
Yeah. I reckon he'd be gone by now.
I could try and track him, but he knows when I want one.
I don't know, the sewer smells quite strong already.
And who do we know that's in the sewers?
Well, anyone who wants to get around the city not seen.
Remember that place in the sewers we went? Looked like it had some receptacle for a gem. It might be that the gem they stole is for that. It. We could go check there.
Oh, I totally forgot about. Wait, where was that? In the Xanathov place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scrim looks excited, like, well, yeah, that sounds like it. I mean, and we probably know. Holy crap, what do you think it unlocks? If that's like a key or something that they stole, gotta be something good.
I'm certainly keen to find out.
That cult will probably say it's some right to spiritual enlightenment and it does fucking nothing.
In that case, then we can always tell the authorities what we found. If not, then you get whatever it was.
While you guys are talking, you can see through Fletcher's eyes, or how does it work again?
Uh, as an accent, I see and hear through their senses until the end of my turn.
But he can like talk to you within a distance.
Yeah, they can telepathically communicate with me. The problem is that they're not smart enough to communicate very much.
Yeah, then
We're
he'll tell you.
also on the balcony, so we are
Oh,
keeping an
also.
eye on the situation down
Yeah, then you see like the guard, two figures approaching the guard. The guards just move aside and let them through. And then they block the way again.
Can we tell who they are?
Quick question, Prigwin Wim.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you in Waterdeep?
Uh, I I like got here like maybe a couple days before the start of the campaign.
Then you can make perception checks. All of you.
22.
25.
9. I've not rolled above 10 tonight.
I feel like Asgrim would know all the. Like, want to familiarize himself with. Are they detectives? Just nobles. Well,
The taller man indicated by the bigger token. You don't know his name exactly, but according to his ranks, he's a sergeant, so not just one of the normal guards. The shorter man is not wearing the city watch clothing. He's wearing the clothing of one of the Order of the Magists and Protectors. So he's from a different. They practice magic specifically for protection of the city.
I'll relay that information to everyone as they walk past, just whispering it like it's gossip. Seems he's doing well at his job.
Let's just kind of fly over and sit right under this overhang on the roof to get a better view.
They're coming closer, looking a bit closer to the place of attack. After a few minutes, they go interview all the witnesses that are still here.
They look like they're finding anything, Brigwin?
Just talking to the witnesses, not much new.
Oh, they're probably
Yeah.
going to put things together just like we did.
After all is done, they go to
Maybe
the
if-
place. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, he'll be starting that and then notice them go.
Yeah, they go like to the area where Matt plays down the necklace, and they'll pick it up. After talking to one of the guards, they just look up at the building and look at you.
A wave.
Wave.
The guards make way and they start heading towards the entrance. You are at the
Look, man,
tavern
our
or
first thing I
the.
did-
If you're in the upper floors, they will head to the like entrance to the building itself, not to the tavern.
Wait. I'll come down and meet them at the tavern.
I thought this was our first chance for VIPs.
Eh,
Are we all going downstairs?
If you guys want, it's up to you.
They teleported to the balcony.
You're currently sitting at the balcony, like on the ground. It's not the balcony. It's like walkway.
Oh.
There is a balcony there. I just didn't switch the maps. You can sit like down here and lean on the railway talking on the rails.
The
I
door
thought we
is
were
also over
upstairs.
here.
That's probably correct. One day I'll get it right.
Over here, gentlemen. Don't worry, we always make that same mistake. Come to the troll's lantern. Asgrim will try and rush in ahead of. Well, I suppose Matt got there first. So.
Officers or gentlemen, how can I help?
Well, we all know why we're here. The taller one talks. Is there anything you can tell us about the explosion?
The explosion itself? Not really. We were sitting inside when it happened. We came out and saw the same thing you guys saw.
You just write it down. Didn't see anyone running, anyone doing anything after the explosion.
No, not directly, but we asked around, and apparently a couple of the people, and I just like look over the shoulder and see if the woman and kid are still there. Like, yeah, a couple of people over there said there was someone on the rooftop, and someone who ran down the alley to the down to the left.
Yeah, the short guy just looks at the other one and nods. He just continues writing.
Uh, the kid picked up that necklace, kind of got it off of him because would have rather not died. And yep, that's all I got.
Esgrim gives you a little nod.
Well, the tall guy keeps talking. Your stories to check out with the other witnesses.
Cool. Anything else?
Since the explosion is so close to your tavern, highly doubt you caused it. So you're off the hook. You're not one of the suspects, but try not to skip town, at least for a few days, until we.
You hope you'll find him, Sergeant. Have you managed to find anything actually? I mean, you got any clues you're working on? That's quite a strange thing to be happening. Uh, we are new here.
It's okay, we got it. Just trust in the watch.
Will do.
I wonder if I should. Oh, might as well. I'll just say. Oh, and also, there's a sewer hole down that alley, big enough to climb in. Just an idea.
Yes, we're aware of that, and we sent some guards to check it out.
Cool.
Unless there is anything else, we should head on our way.
Good luck to you.
And please stop by for a drink at the Troll's Lantern whenever you're around. I'm sure your men are going to be working up quite a thirst, looking for the suspect. What? Yes, it's like you see, it's visibly nervous, but is just trying to ditch the bar.
Yeah, just continue walking. The carriage begins like to roll by after they leave, and the guards start like picking up the bodies and putting them on the cart.
The City Watch.
Nicely handled.
I wouldn't hate them as much if they weren't as stiff as if they had a fucking dagger in their ass.
Scrum wanders inside, like looking up, wondering how stiff that would make one. He's like, I don't know.
Well then,
Oh, I'm gonna check out the Xanavar safe house.
Hmm. I don't really want to bump into any guards and have a situation there. If we are gonna go check it out, might be better to wait until it cools off.
Whatever is there might be gone by then.
I'll have secured a perimeter, and if it slips by them, it would have slipped by us.
yeah, Matt, Gideon, and Asgrim as long-lived citizens of Waterdeep, and because the current season is autumn, there is soon to be a festival in town. In this festival, there's some sort of automatons performing. It's called the Day Wonders Parade. The automatons that you were described, like the puppet on strings, it seemed familiar. Like it matches the description of the ones in the parade. And one of you can make.
Oh.
I don't know about you. Either one of the three of you can like. The three of you can make history checks as well. History or investigation.
21 history.
24 for investigation.
Yeah. You will all know that those automatons are donated by the House of Inspired Hands for the festivities for the parade. And you will know where their well, place of operation is, which is the Temple of Gond, the god of craftsmen.
Hmm.
You don't think it was them, do you? I mean, they make such cool puppets. I don't imagine they would use them for war.
Well, got no one else to suspect at the moment.
Again, you're pretty crafty. You ever encounter them? Do they seem like, I don't know, arsonists, bombers?
Can't really those in the like that. Those right.
True. What does an arsonist look like? Well, I personally don't really trust the guard and their capabilities. I think if we want to make sure that we're not next to receive some fireballs, maybe we should look into this. I mean, it is kind of close to home.
I'll be entirely honest. I just feel like someone's gonna come to us and offer us a price for the exact same job, so I kind of want to wait in case of that.
You guys can also make me like straight intelligence checks for now.
Is there a button for that?
Just in
Nah,
the
Just
well,
click
in
it.
the ability scores, just press the intelligence one.
I have not been rolling well.
Yeah, 3 net 1s, I think.
2.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You see these ability scores at the top. You got a +3 to intelligence or how much you have.
Oh, yeah.
Just press the number. Okay.
I rolled 2 1s, a 2, a 3, and 19.
Hey, Gideon. Matt. Yeah. Go to the Temple of Gond. That's probably the only thing you have at the moment. As Grim and Brigwin, they're taking the bodies somewhere. Okay. They're not just going to throw them in a pile. Probably. Where do you store bodies? I was going to say mortgage, but that's the wrong thing.
Morgue.
Yeah, morgue. Anyway, I know the word. Yeah, morgue. And you do live in an age of technology and magic, so maybe you can do something with that.
Wait,
Do
which
we have
bodies?
a
The bodies that have
necromancer?
blown up? Yeah. Do you mean
Yeah, the dead bodies that were like here, they were taken to a morgue.
think we missed something out there. I mean, yeah, Matt, I hear you say that someone might come and offer us the job, but that's kind of a bet, isn't it?
Well, I just think we're quite safe. Nobody's got a reason to target us.
I think you're missing the point here. If this stone is worth blowing people up for, don't you think that there's something behind it? I mean, people don't do this kind of stuff for political reasons. Otherwise, we'd see it happening all the time. Bombs like that? I don't know. I think there's something behind it, and I think there could be a payday.
I will say something else specifically to you, Prigwim. As a scholar of necromancy, you don't believe that dead men tell no tale.
So you are
Such a good
necromancer.
point.
What?
They're just saying that dead men tell no tale, but you strongly oppose it.
Yeah, you wouldn't you wouldn't have to know how to talk to any of them, would you?
I do not.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm obviously going on the meta clue that you just gave. So
Yeah, and I have to be right back, but you did make some allies with some factions. Just saying.
oh yeah, maybe those holy chap that I assume Matthias has been with the past couple days. I mean, maybe they could speak with the dead. If we could talk to the witnesses that saw whoever did the bombing.
I mean, Speak with Dead is a third level spell and not on the wizard list, so I'm not gonna be getting it.
Oh, it's not on the wizard list. Isn't it a necromancer?
Our wizards don't get extra spells big. Well, actually, from tosses it is added to the wizard list, but it's not in the player's handbook.
I do
But
think we're
yeah,
playing with Tasha's, just for reference.
I just looked at the spell thing on D&D Beyond, which doesn't list the extra add things from tosses. Kind of weird.
You can, if you go um into the character creator, there's an optional. I think you may have to check it on, but there is an optional features section in your class where you can turn all of the Tasha stuff on.
Yeah, but also doesn't show on my class sheet because I don't have access to level 3 spells.
Yeah, I'm back.
But still, I mean, it's a good. That might be a good route to take.
Hmm.
I mean, I think the bigger question right now is why we are getting involved. I mean, Matt's got some good points as to letting the gods deal with it, but I mean, what is the danger to us from this happening? I'm thinking they could bomb us, and B, what is the why are people bombing each other? There's got to be something good that they're after.
Exactly.
Doesn't seem
That's why I
like
think we
normal
gotta
gang.
go check out the safe house.
Yeah, I'm down to clear on that one. It seems Matt needs some motivation.
I just don't like the sewer. It smells.
Okay. What
that's
What do you think we should
Wear a
do?
handkerchief.
like fine, but it smells so bad. So what? Do we want to wait until night?
It's gonna be dark down there anyway. Not sure we need to. The sooner the better, I think.
The guard's more tired.
There weren't many guards last time we went.
No, but they already know about the sewer, and
Do they know about the safe house?
I feel like they'd probably find it. It really wasn't far.
Okay. Well, do you have any better ideas, Matt?
I'm saying we could. I just don't want to run into the guards down there. If you think we can do it, yeah.
We can't avoid danger entirely. We'll be capable. Remember what happened? We we ran in and fucked those guys up the other day.
We're level
I
3.
think, yeah, whole level 3 guys. I know second level spells. Are you kidding me? We got this. By the way, Gideon, I learned spike growth, so let's go. And go high
I've
five.
got some webs you can set on fire now.
Got some what?
I can cast web. They're flammable.
Oh, web.
Oh my god.
Oh
Now
Lord.
I just. Oh my god. Now I just imagine it. Freeze, then just have them float through that, then just end up at the end getting stopped by web, and then. Oh my.
See? Exactly. Team combo. Or, you know, if it's the guards, we can always trick them. I can flash my signet ring. There's a million ways to get out of these things. I think we should go and do some investigation. Otherwise, what, we're just gonna kick our feet up all day?
Besides, we're not doing anything illegal by being down there.
Exactly. I'm thinking hard, but what should our excuse be for going down into the sewers? Maybe we're just
We're
trying to check
simply
the
curious.
plumbing. Yeah, we want to make sure our foundations are intact. You know, we just moved into the neighborhood. That cellar seems a little creepy. We don't want to. We want to know if there's really a troll down there. Okay, so we're agreed then. We heading out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Are we tracking the guy, or we're going to go straight to the hideout
I don't
from
think
before?
we have much of a chance of tracking them, at least not if the guards haven't already. So, just straight to the hideout.
You guys set off to the hideout. And I'll set off to find the map for the hideout. Found it.
I will be right back.
We just do a few things. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you made your way into the sewers.
Right.
So,
Last time we were here, wasn't there some scary monster that we narrowly avoided?
mm-hmm. Probably have Fletcher check ahead again. Wonder if that ooze is still there.
Well, you remember where the place to put the stone was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Let's go the same way we did last time, I suppose.
Did we hear anything as we're walking through the tunnels? Does it sound like there's any activity ahead of us?
When Fletcher enters this area, you can see like the door at the top right. It seems a bit. There's some liquid like going through it, like some as if something was spilled from the inside.
Or if that ooze dissolved or something. Maybe still trying to get through. Oh, I'm not messing with it if you want.
Oh,
It's the music box.
Sorry, what?
Oh, the music
I,
bot left and returned.
My headphones also disconnected. Let's do that. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, when Fletcher enters the room and you Brigwin, nothing seems to change here. So
Yeah.
either the stone wasn't meant to be here, or he didn't reach this safe house yet.
I'm gonna guess the latter. Might be good to camp here for a bit and see if he shows up. Need to check around the place a little while we're at it.
If only we knew more about that stone, I could try and direct us to it. You ever heard of something like that before, Prigwin? I mean, I think we may have asked already, but
Wow. Magic stones activating magic devices isn't exactly unheard of, but I can't tell you much more specific about this. I could cast detect. I could I could cast detect magic. I think I'll do that, and how about you guys go check around the rest of the place? So, ritual cast that.
What are you casting ritually? Sorry.
Detect magic.
There is some faint like teleport. What's cool is teleportation circle.
Conjuration.
Then there is like hints of conjuration from the center of the room where you're supposed to slot in the gem, and that's it.
About what we expected. Well, guess I'll see if there's magic anywhere else in the place.
Walking around doesn't seem like there is anything. Matt, what are you doing up there?
I want to listen or just see if, without opening the door, if there's anything on the other side, like right there.
If you're just like staring at the door from a few feet away,
I'll just
that
like
is
put
cool.
my ear up to it, see if I can hear anything.
As you put your ear to it, you hear something faintly move, and then something grabs your leg.
Lovely.
The, the watery-looking surface is not water. You take
Can I try?
6 damage, acid damage. It's like a small tentacle slaps you.
I'll try and get away. Oh,
Want to
Yeah.
cast Toll of the Dead on it.
It's a save, right?
Yeah, Wisdom 13.
You got a 2.
7 damage.
Yeah. It shrieks a little and shrivels like under the door.
Naughty slime thing. Anyway, I want to like metagame, but I feel like we would be checking down these corridors here.
I was about to say, Asgrim's going to, once we get over there, say, I mean, there's got to be more doorways, right? I could turn into a spider and go and crawl along, or maybe a rat. Rats can probably get through here.
I'll be my guest.
Yeah, Asgrim will turn into a spider and just crawl along the walls.
Okay, where are you heading exactly? 'Cause I did forget to add all of your tokens.
It's okay. Just down the sewer and into that room that you just revealed.
Yeah. It, nothing very specific, like special. The barrels seem to be empty, and there's like doorway leading, like stairway leading up to a closed trapdoor.
I'll come back into towards the passage and telepathically just call over to Prigwin. Say, "There's a trapdoor down here. Could be something."
Sounds interesting. Let's see.
Crawl into the spider web, up to it, and see if I can hear anything.
You hear people talking. You can't really discern what are they saying, but you hear some people talking.
Yeah, I guess I'll just can I is it big enough for a spider to just squeeze through the cracks and peek out on the other side?
I'll say if you're a small spider, you can. Yeah. When you
Yeah,
go
no,
to
I'm a
the
regular spider right now. One hit.
yeah, you manage. You're small enough to crawl like through the trapdoor to the top side. You see a small halfling brewing beer. In what seems like a cellar.
Do I recognize this is like the Brewers Guild or something? Or it doesn't.
No,
Or is he wearing anything that might signify who, what faction he's a part of?
nothing, nothing faction related. Just a halfling making beer.
Hop down back into the cracks, walk across the web, and relay that to Prigwin. You know what's upstairs here? I can't tell. Might be the brewery. Might just be a
Maybe
bar.
one of Matt's buddies.
Let's go ask him. He didn't look like Zentarum. It's a little halfling.
Matt, I don't suppose you
Yeah.
have any friends brewing beer down here?
I do what? What?
There's a halfling brewing beer upstairs.
Right, and am I meant to know who they are?
Worth saw it.
Just shrugs. Halfling brewing beer. How many halflings in the city are probably brewing beer? That's a
Well, do
lot.
we know what's above here? I mean, we just came in from upstairs. Do we know if there's like a tavern or anything up there?
Just like residential house.
I mean, it's home brewing. Yeah, definitely didn't seem like he had any stones with eyes.
I don't like when you do that.
Oh, just a little one. I like to start hanging down from the roof on a web towards Matt's face.
That just pulls out a little bit of flint and just like scrapes against it just to get some sparks like he's about to set you on fire.
A spider could squeal, it would, as it just rushes back up the web. Okay, well, before we do anything too crazy, I think this might have been a dead end. Shall we keep looking around, or we try our luck somewhere else?
We keep looking around the place.
Mm.
There's bound to be more little side tunnels around the.
Yeah, when the tunnel up there doesn't. It keeps going, but the more you walk, it just seems like a normal tunnel. Like a part of the sewer system.
Right. You're a mining people, right? These tunnels and things probably aren't that strange to you, huh, Prigwin?
Yeah. A little smellier than I'm used to, but not too bad.
Yeah, same as the other room. There are some empty crates. Some of them have like clothes that are eaten by moths. Nothing of value, and a set of stairs leading up. With also a trapdoor.
Well, can I do
Yeah,
the honors?
you go up, and it looks like you're in the middle, not in the middle, like at the corner of a big room. There are a lot of like tables scattered, chairs, a lot of halflings walking, like sitting, and other halflings are serving them drinks and food. It's a halfling bar.
I'll come back down and just, all these little eyes just blink at you, just, even though they can't. It does anyway, and he's like, "It's a halfling bar. I think this is the tavern. We found the brewery. No magic stones here. Unless you think that halflings could have something to do with this."
Well, they must know about these trapdoors, so they must be connected with the Xanathar.
The
Don't.
trapdoor where you're at right now doesn't seem like was anything covering it, but the first one you found seemed like it was a big rock on it, like hiding it.
Well,
Doesn't seem like they
uncovered.
use it much based on what's being kept down here.
Still, probably a front of anything. But yeah.
Oh, let's go find the others. Maybe we should see what it looks like above ground. Found a halfling bar. Gonna go pay the competition a visit, I think. Unless
Uh,
we've got somewhere else to look.
A halfling bar.
Yeah, those little halflings can drink, man. Don't let them deceive you. They eat like 3 breakfasts.
I I can't say us expecting that.
I'd also like to go ritual cast alarm that area. So if I'm within 1 mile of the place, it'll alert me with a mental ping if
Okay.
someone other than our party walks into the area.
Your tavern will be more than a mile away.
Still,
Yeah,
near
go
the
ahead.
place.
I assume you're
Oh,
still a
but
spider as grim, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're going through an arrow slit.
Yeah. I was gonna go try and catch up to Freewood, but left. Unless, I mean, we explored those rooms, right? There's
Yeah.
time.
You were there in the first time.
unless you'd like to keep watch here for a while, I suppose there's nothing left to do here.
Yeah, I mean, good idea with alarm. I think we're heading up. We can stick nearby, see if anyone appears in the next little while. Maybe get a drink upstairs.
hmm Walk in through the front doors if we don't know about this place.
Or maybe like we do. And Esrum's going to drop down from the ceiling and I will end my wild shape, but he will reappear as a halfling. So I'll transform into one of those.
I don't think I'd fit in.
The only tall guy.
I'm a giant halfling.
Halfling and Goliath crossbreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a halfling with gigantism. It's a very worrying condition. But
It's like Peter Dinklage in the Thor film.
I don't remember. Oh, just the giant warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, at least we can go up there, ask if any of them seen anything. I mean, I'm sure it's not halflings only. The furniture might be uncomfortable, but Let's just go see if they know anything, and if they don't, I don't know. We'll go try another lead. Maybe hit the library, see if there's any information on that stone.
Off to have a drink. Let's go.
Are you guys going the normal way or
Whichever exit's closest, probably.
Yeah,
you
we
can
go
go
yeah,
straight
through
into
the
the tavern if you go through the trapdoor.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
we're going
up
up
I
through
to
the
don't
the
think
That's
we're
the
sewer,
doing
sewer.
that.
closest.
up through the
That
sewer,
that is
and through the
technically the
front door.
closest.
Show up in their basement.
There is no map for this one. You guys enter the, the tavern. Get, get a few confused looks when they hosted the. You get the entrance. Hello, gentlemen. What can I get you? He's also a halfling.
A round of ale, please.
Okay, how about I get that going for you and you take a shower? He points to the stairs leading up.
Sounds good.
Could
I'll
use
go do
one.
that.
I don't know if ice cream will technically stink or not. I don't know how
I
it
was just
works.
wondering that myself. Yeah, and he was walking through for a bit on foot, so yeah, probably his clothes would still stink.
It has been a long morning.
It's probably been like 2 hours since the explosion by this point. 2.5 hours, I'll say.
A very long morning.
Do we see anyone suspicious looking in the cabin? Any halflings in mysterious robes?
The only suspicious looking people are the non-halflings ones. Which are you guys? Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Matt enjoys his shower.
Matt can also make me. What check would that be? Let's say history or survival. Yeah, fuck it.
Mad about to get shanked in the.
Yeah, I'll drop the soul maybe.
I'll be fine. History or survival?
Yeah.
Let's do 21 for history.
Yeah, the place. When you finish your shower, you go downstairs, get a table, drink your ale. The place doesn't seem out of the ordinary. Nothing special about it. But you, is your profession, you would know that this area is run by a gang called the Shard Runners, and they are like halflings mostly.
Shard runners, you said.
I did.
Um, I'll I'll tell the rest of the party quietly enough. Yeah, I think maybe we're barking up the wrong tree on this one.
You know who we could ask? Old Volo. He'd probably know something about the stone. He's knows stuff about everything.
Volo?
Volotham, the guy that we helped from the yawning portal. Actually, that's probably where we should go. I mean, it seems to be a good meeting spot.
Hmm. Actually, yeah.
How long have you spent in the tavern?
The half an hour.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah, long enough
about,
for a round of drinks.
yeah. A slightly quick round.
I'll switch you to the other map. Op.
Now,
Oh yeah, the
I'm
awful.
now I'm going to pretend like I'm accusing whoever the fuck these interim agents are of bombing our neighborhood. Hopefully, I can find out something more. They can slip up.
So where you going?
The room in the back with the Taran dudes.
Okay.
I will
What
just
the-
knock on the side of the wall.
Do we know about these rooms?
He knows. And Gideon knows.
The first I'm seeing Matt going around the back, like, where's he going?
And Daryl looks at you. So, you come to reconsider my job?
uh, in part, but I actually have something more pressing at the matter, and that's that I want answers first.
Oh yeah, he just leans back and places his feet on the table. Oh, ask away.
This morning, and I just like look at him just as if to ask, do you want to elaborate?
I think you might need to elaborate more.
An explosion goes off down our street, and it has a couple of your guys.
Listen, just sits back, like gets his legs off the table and sits up straight. This entire has multiple gangs working within it. The ones that causing all the chaos in the city at the moment are not mine. I'm here to try and stop them.
So you share the same name, but you're different.
Essentially, are all mats the same?
You know, I think there's a difference between being named Matt and joining a gang.
Never asked you to join. Just do a job.
Job, help you. So God. How about this? I'll help you with your job if you help us deal with whoever the fuck is bombing us.
I'll look into it on my end. I'll see what I can find.
I will just nod, turn around, and walk out. So, I've done something. Yep. Those two in there, Zentarum, Gideon and I met them earlier. Well, I met them earlier. Gideon wanted to have a drink. And, long story short, they want us to do a job for them. Not us specifically, they're looking around, but they need something done. Turns out, he says his part that he controls has nothing to do with this, and he's trying to fight them, whoever did it. And I said if they can help us with whoever's attacking us at the moment, will do their job. Now, I entirely thought you guys were going to follow me in there. You can imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw you all sitting here.
Honestly, I did not even know those rooms existed. You've got to give us some sort of signal. I thought you were going to go take this.
Someone gotta fit the bill for the tomb coffin made. In case you did.
Right.
Okay,
Now,
so what does that actually mean? I mean,
the job. To be honest, I made quite vague demands, so whatever's he's gonna come back to us with is up in the air, but the job he wants us to do is that there's been a string of murders happening around here, and it's targeting elves and half elves, I think. He wants us to just find any information about it, find who did it or whatever.
Yes, ma'am. You remember? I talked about it. Like you was going down the docks just as elf. We would just be following like disciplines. Like we would step in.
considers it for a second. He's like, yeah, I could play bait. Do you think these guys are connected to the explosion?
Well,
Yeah.
what's funny is that he seemed to accept that this explosion was from the Zentarum, but tried to argue that it was another wing or another group within the Zentarum. Not sure I believe all this hocus pocus secret society crap, but that's what he said.
Seems plausible. Either they don't want to be too associated with each other. Whoever's at the top might be quite happy to let them cause some chaos.
Okay, so what is the mission then? I thought we were trying to figure out what happened to the stone that was stolen.
We were. Now maybe we're trying to figure out who's doing the murders.
Well, yeah.
We could still go
If
check
we
out
do
the
a job
house.
for them, they'll help us out.
We'd still go check out the House of Inspired Hands or try to get someone that can cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah, again, I think we know people that can cast Speak with Dead. The people that we've already done jobs for.
Yeah, we can go to Tyr's temple.
Yeah. I mean, can disguise myself as an elf along the way. See if we attract anyone.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, you guys head to Tyr's temple then?
What is the organization there again?
The Iron
Let's
Gauntlet.
see. Yeah, the Order of the Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
Remember Gauntlet. Wasn't sure if it's Order.
Oh,
Yeah, if we can find where the morgue is, I guess head in that direction. But as I said, I don't know if you heard, Dave, I'm also disguised as an elf just in case any of the murderers do pop up.
Okay, you guys make your way to the Tyr's temple. You go in there, you tell them what exactly?
the morgue.
You're going to the morgue or the Tyr's temple?
How much we can do if we go straight to the morgue.
I'll be honest. I thought the morgue was in the temple.
Two separate
Yeah, me too.
places. There are a lot of temples in the city. The morgue would be a different place.
But, I mean, yeah, Brigman's got a point. Might as well ask one of these guys if they can come with us to the morgue. Sure, we can strike a deal.
Well, let's see if anyone's actually willing.
Yeah, when you go there and ask them, you need someone to cast Speak with the Dead, so you can ask the bodies. They remember that you helped them previously, and they will send a cleric with a specific note for the magistrate that they can see the bodies. And you'll head to the morgue with you.
Awesome.
Perfect. Probably follow him. He knows where the morgue is.
Guys enter the morgue. The cleric is a dwarf. He shows the papers at the entrance, and they let you in to where the bodies of the explosion are stored. You got mostly common folk. You got one gnome and two people that you know as Zentarim.
So when do you think we should ask first? That gnome that had been in the sewers, or Zentarum, or just some commoner?
Uh, not sure. I think probably ask the civilians first, just in case if the Zentarum lie to us. They'll we already know the supposedly true story.
Okay.
I mean, how many times can we use the speak with dead? Could we speak to multiple?
I'll see you can speak with, hmm, say, 5 corpses.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, then
Okay, guess your first time on one of the.
Oh, first, maybe Asgrim should turn into someone that they think would be more likely to get a good response for one of the clan members. But if we're asking a commoner, it shouldn't make much of a difference.
well, I mean, surely we asking. Are we asking the Zentarum guys or the dude that was in the sewers? I feel like those are the
The
others.
dude in the
Just
sewers is
they
the
were like
gnome.
bards and stuff.
Yeah, we can ask 2 civilians to get the right story. Ask and then question the sewer gnome and 2 agents.
Yeah, I'll just disguise myself, and then he's like a bit weary of being with the cleric, but then he's like, "Oh yeah, I've arrived as an elf, so he doesn't even know who I am." So I'm just gonna change. If we're talking to one of the Zentarum guys, I'll change into the other one.
You're starting with the Zetarim or the civilians?
I
No,
think
sorry.
starting with the civilians would be best.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just say how I was.
Okay. Cast speak with dead on one of the civilians. What are you asking it?
What happened?
I was dancing and suddenly an explosion.
Do you see what triggered the explosion?
What was that? What explosion? Didn't get the question.
Do you see what triggered it?
Something like hit the ground and blew up.
Ashram's like, "Oh fuck, we already knew that."
What about the other people who are around you? Did they look suspicious?
Some had weapons. Maybe they were. The others were just civilian musicians like me.
The ones with weapons? Were they fighting each other? What were they doing?
The 2 men were chasing the gnome.
Do you know why? Did you hear what they were saying, if anything?
Just yelling at him to get back here. Not anything specific. You see
That's
the
5
body.
questions.
Yeah, the body goes back to sleep.
Oh shit! Does is there a
Five,
limited number of questions?
5 questions on
Oh,
each on each casting of the spell. But I don't think you can cast it the same one again.
Yeah. A different
Yeah.
civilian could probably just pick
Yeah.
up where we left off.
Yeah, although it didn't seem like they knew much. Fair. I don't think we wasted it.
to be fair, no, I think that was
Yeah, that was useful.
the fact that we know they were chasing someone.
Yeah. I mean, we asked them who they were chasing.
Yeah, then
I mean,
the
they're dead. They've got
sewers.
no reason to lie to us anymore.
Yeah, let's. I guess we can forego the second civilian and just have one spell left over just in case.
They said we can talk to 5, so there's still can talk to all.
Mm.
So who are you talking to next?
I think we should talk to the Zentarum guys, at least one of them. But you want to keep talking to the civvies?
I was going to suggest a gnome.
Jesus.
What?
No,
Maybe
I
we
just mean
speak with Ed.
I offered suggestions, and you're like, okay, let's do the one thing you just so, constantly. But yeah, okay, let's talk to the gnome.
Yeah. Cast speak with Ed on the gnome. Yeah.
Are
Spell
you
is
transforming
inactive.
into anyone first?
No, who? It's just the.
It's a gnome.
Who? What face would you like me to wear for this?
I don't know. It was the guy that was being saved. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to be his aggressor. For them, when we're talking to those guys, I'll make myself look like the other one so we can get some trust. But this guy, I don't fucking know who he is. Hey, what's your name, gnome?
I mean, might be Xanathar. You could try and transform into one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it should be fine.
So the cleric casts the spell.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I didn't waste a question on his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I decided not to.
Okay,
I
I
had
think
hoped.
a good question to ask is what did you take that caused the other two to chase you?
You see, like sort of spirit, like hanging above the body. That's how he's talking to you. Oh, I know you guys. I was carrying a stone of Golor. Supposed to bring it to you.
The fuck is that?
You can use it to find the Dragon Vault.
From the eyes light up, and he looks at Matt.
I don't believe this guy.
You entirely see Matt just actually pog.
It's like, he starts jumping up. I told you.
It not, maybe not in front of the cleric.
No, this guy's cool. Uh, he's like about to say, "Aren't you cleric?" And then he's like, "Wait, let's not risk any questions right now."
He said he was supposed to bring it to us. So, okay, first, does anyone actually recognize this?
None of you will.
Then I'll ask him who sent you to give it to us.
The open Lord said you saved his son. He thought he could trust you with the stone.
I screamed telepathically, "Wait, he was bringing it to us? I missed that. So these motherfuckers robbed us."
But we can't admit that.
Yeah, that was telepathically to you. He's just like looking at you
I
and back
know.
at the gnome, like he's confused and excited.
3 questions down, I think.
Yeah.
2 more left.
I'll again suggest telepathically maybe like who took it or maybe knew the guy.
Actually, I think I might ask. Where, where did it come from? Where did the gnome get it from?
Oh, I stole it from beholder known called Xanathar in his dungeon underground.
Probably why they
I-
would try to get it back.
I mean,
All this sounds awfully convenient. I don't believe
not
this guy was able to steal something from Xanathar, then be sent by the Open Lord directly to us.
we could probably ask the Open Lord about it.
Can we contact him?
Yeah, I walked to his estate and left him a message.
It was an open lord, not the open lord.
Uh,
Yeah, but then
uh,
ask him with the last question: which open lord?
Duggled Never Ember, of course. Which else?
Already knew we rescued his son.
You would also know it's not the current lord. He was
Sorry, who
the
is
man.
the current lord?
Current lord is Larella La Laeral Silverhand is the current lord. Duggled Never Ember is the one that is accused of stealing the gold and hiding it in the vault, stealing the gold of the people of Waterdeep and storing it in the vault.
Is that the guy that we met with at the opera?
No, that was Mert. He's an open lord, but not that one. Not the. I don't know why they decided to name them all open lords, and then there is the open lord.
Then there is the Elden Lord.
least confusing feudalism.
He's an open
no,
lord.
the
He's
politics.
of power, but he's not like the top ranked open lord. Okay, he's not number one in the list.
Well,
Yeah.
at least we have his name now. Alright, I think that's our questions done.
Mhm.
Was the fifth one? He goes to sleep.
What should we ask the Zentarum guys?
Don't know who they work for.
How, yeah,
Oh,
who sent
look, that's a
them,
dumb
how they
question. We
knew
know.
to steal
No.
from the gnome.
Maybe one of the questions could be, do you have any idea who could have been trying to stop you, who might have caused the whole incident? Alright, let's say. Do you want to shapeshift for this in time, or do we want to ask someone else first?
It's either one of the Zentarim or one of the civilians. Like, no one else is left. Like, no one. Like there are more civilians.
Yeah. It's just Asgrim, I'm asking.
Yeah, if we're asking the Zentarum guys, I'll transform. Otherwise, I'll stay like this. I think we should ask them though. I mean, we know what that stone was now, kind of. It's got a name. We might be able to track it down.
Yeah, as is in time, right?
Okay. The cleric casts Speak with Dead on one of the Zentarim.
I will have transformed into the other.
Okay.
Fuck.
Hey, buddy, not looking so good there. don't worry, you're dead, but uh, just wanted to quickly catch up on some of those last few things. Mm, looking at the others, like, oh, I know I'm going to waste these questions.
Who killed you? Just like whisper in your ear.
Yeah, you got any idea who bombed us earlier?
No idea, just sudden explosion.
You don't remember anyone that might have been looking for the same thing we were looking for?
Probably everyone looking for it, but not everyone knows where it is.
Right. And who do we work for again? I mean, who's our actual boss?
Ah, that would be Urstul Floxin.
Look at the others like that sounds like a made up name. But I mean, said that it's a whole different branch, right? So,
That's what Daryl. I keep forgetting the names. The others in Tarim said, yeah, those are others in Tarim, yeah.
so uh, where is Floxen's headquarters?
Oh, he's currently residing at the Gralhound Villa with the Gralhounds.
Fuck.
I was thinking maybe that's where they might have taken the stone, but now I'm realizing the stone's just been stolen from them too.
Hmm.
One question left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
You
I ain't got
guys-
nothing.
What?
Again, Bigman. Actually, I think it's pretty
To be fair,
cooperative.
I think that's good. What's the password? Should
You're
we
asking
ask
what's
that?
the password?
I mean, hey, maybe.
Yeah, to the manner that he just mentioned.
He's gone.
Oh.
You have 2 more castings if you want to use them.
Mm, to be fair, I think we got everything we could. Or would.
Yeah, I'll say this entire endeavor took you about 2 hours, 2.5 to get all the papers to actually go here to get the cleric. The casting of the spell is like 10 minutes.
Duration 10 minutes. Casting is 1 action.
Oh, okay. Then 2 hours. So I'll say it's
Uh-huh.
about, assuming you woke up at 9 a.m., it's like 2 p.m. And it's a big assumption.
So we recap what we've found out there. We know that the stone is called the Stone of what?
Stone of Galore.
Yeah.
Galar.
Um,
Golor, yeah, Golor, yeah. Golo and double R for some reason.
Okay, and that is supposedly key to finding the Uber horde.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, I mean, do we know that the Zentarum are the ones that got away with it? Because they would have probably taken it back to the beholder he said he started from. Or if it was someone else that worked with these two guys, maybe we should ask the other one if they had other people working with them. Because, I mean, it might have just been another one of them that got away with it. So they were clearly there to like steal the stone, right?
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, I wouldn't put it past that they were both Zentarum agents. Oh, as in, like, the guy who actually bombed was also Zentarum.
I don't think they saw who bombed them, but if
No,
they
but
were
just like,
working with anyone else, that may have been who ran away. But yeah, I guess it's more likely that they were friends with the bomber. Or the bomber themselves, if they were using a puppet, they probably sent the puppet to drop the bomb while they waited to grab the stone.
oh,
Investigate the place that makes those puppets. I mean, it's the ones that make them for the festival.
suppose we have a lot on our plate right now. We also have. Do you think we should continue to investigate the murders for the Zentarum in the back here? Or drop that entirely?
I'm gonna be honest, when I heard the horde, I kind of forgot about that.
Have blacked out.
To be fair, we could also probably go directly talk to Daggled.
Duggold is
At
nowhere
that.
to be found.
Oh.
Might be able to find his son. He might know where he is.
That's true.
But we left his son with Volo, didn't we?
It was Floon. You
Okay.
rescued him from the Darren warehouse with the Kenku. Renar,
Mix them up. Yeah.
Renar, I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird
Renair.
pronounce. Yeah,
And
that's his son.
Renair and Floon and Bull are all friends, I think. So if we find any of the three, we can probably find Renair.
I can't help but worry if something's gonna happen to him.
Well, I must say, I do have a spell that can help us find that stone, but it requires me to be familiar with it, which I don't know if just knowing its name is enough.
Could do a little bit of research on it. I'm sure a lot has been written about it. Actually, maybe not.
Well, I mean, we could ask people that were trying to steal it. I would rather not go chat with a beholder, but maybe this guy's boss. See what that branch of the Zentarum has invested in this.
Actually, to be fair, there's the other Zentarum member. Let's ask him. I think we're still here mulling this over in the morgue.
Yeah. Ask him what he knows about what they were trying to steal.
Yeah.
So where are we heading?
I think we could do with one more speak to the dead.
Who are using it on?
The others in Tower Agent.
Yeah. You cast the spell and the spirit lifts off.
Well, I mean, just ask him. I don't think the disguises were doing much.
No. Do you mind if I spend a question to ask him just what he knows about it in general?
I don't
Think
think we're
what we're trying
really
to do.
running low on questions.
Actually, would we know where the Growlhound, the villa, do we know where that is?
Gideon and Nazgûl will probably know. They are nobles.
Yeah, I'll ask him what he knows about the stone they were chasing the gnome for.
I don't know any stone. I just know he had an artifact
Hmm.
supposed to make us rich.
I mean, we know what it looked like. We know what they wanted with it. I'm guessing they didn't get many more details.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. How many is us? Is it just you, your friend, and your boss, or is it more?
I don't know. Or still said us.
Hmm.
And how many of you were attacking the gnome to get the stone?
Oh well, it was me. It was Bashik, and it was Orstul. Three.
I just like point to the others, like, oh, looks like we've got one member unaccounted for.
That's
Maybe
the
he got away.
boss. To be fair, was he chasing the gnome with you?
Oh yeah, all over town.
Still, might be who got away. But I mean, yeah,
So
I feel like we should go and have a chat with them. Don't know what else we can get out of this guy, but I feel like that's the person we need to talk to. They may have actually been successful.
Was that 4 questions?
Well, that was number
Yeah, sure.
I mean, big one asking if that's full question.
I think I missed 1 or 2.
Probably have
Discord
one or
photo.
two left.
Well, yeah, he basically just told us that his boss was with them when the bombs went off, but the boss wasn't amongst the bodies, so I'm thinking they're the one that got away with the goods. Maybe these two were just, collateral damage. Matter end. But anything you guys want to ask?
Oh shit, Matt left. Doesn't seem like it. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. And I guess we're heading to the villa afterwards.
Right.
See you in 5 minutes.
just assumed that Bashik was the other guy.
He said
Well-
me, Basic, and Erstal, so that would be 3 people. Because we were
We'll
saying
ask
one
if,
is unaccounted for.
Ask if Burstle uses bombs. That's the thing. I don't quite understand if the Zentarum guys were attacked by an outside force or if that was their attack that just went wrong.
I'm thinking
That's a good question.
but we don't know.
I mean, they definitely didn't seem to be expecting an explosion. That's also assuming that the person that the bombs is the person that ran away with the stone.
Could
I
be
get
that.
the feeling that Burstle ran away with the stone.
Could be that they were a group and then bomb guy double crossed them.
Yeah, then that might be a good question to ask if there is that person. Though it did seem like there were only 3 of them. Unless the other guy snuck up on them. But it also might have been the Xanathar guys trying to get the stone back.
Yeah, not unlikely that they would have sacrificed their own gnome.
Now, the gnome wasn't from Xanathar, he stole the stone from Xanathar.
Right.
The gnome
Yeah.
was working with the open lord.
So actually rather likely to be Xanathar that blew them up, I think. And it had every reason to.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that the puppet user was Xanathar. But whether or not they actually got away with the stone, I don't know. It's feeling like the third member, who I'm assuming is Erstal, it seems like they probably ran away with the stone and got chased by the puppet. Though whoever his bombs also ditched the necklace of fireballs in like where that kid found them.
Wonder if that was on purpose.
I mean, probably just rid of the evidence. You don't want to be caught carrying it around. It's the first thing I worried about when we picked them up. Because, I mean, okay, Gnome's shoes are covered in sewage, which means we know where you got that from. So that's where he stole the stone from, surely. And then he gets ambushed. They have the Zentarum guys, and then someone from Xanathar appears, blows him up, blows all of them up, and either a survivor of the Zentarum or the Xanathar grab the stone and run down the alley.
I'm betting a Xanathar. I don't think anyone would have survived that, and puppet user would have to be somewhere.
Yeah, I think if we can go to the villa and find out what happened to Erstil, because if they did manage to get away, I mean, they said that there were 3 of them there. That last Zentarum member has to be involved somehow. Yeah, I mean, that stone, everyone in Waterdeep that knows about that would be after it. And who is Rainer?
That's the guy we rescued, the son of Daggle Neverember.
Oh, okay.
He also
Well, one
gave
of
you the
the guys we
letter to the
rescued.
opera to meet with Merit.
So, out of that.
I think Rainer sold it down. Or maybe Rainer was behind the, the stealing of it, since the stone in his father's name to us for safekeeping, and then ambushes it where he knows it's going to be. Or it could be the other open lord, if it's that what's the face?
Silverhand?
Yeah, if they're not the like, so that's who's in charge now. But if Dagult is like trying to make a move against them, maybe they were involved in the bombing as well. Might not have been Xanathar. Yeah, because it would be pretty dumb to bomb your own city.
I think we're pretty certain that Xanathar did the bombing. The question is only who got away with the stone. I'm gonna say Xanathar again, because it wouldn't really make sense for Zentrum to bomb their own guys, or to bomb, or for an open lord to bomb themselves.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. If there were 3 Zentarum, and then the bomb went off, and one got away with the thing they were there to steal, then they would be the one with the stone now, which is that we assume they would have gone to that villa, or the Zentarum took it and they don't seem to be home.
The villa is the Zentarum, right?
I mean, the Xanathar don't seem to be home.
Yeah, there is still that guy unaccounted for, so probably him or Xanathar. Not really sure.
But which guy?
Erstal, we think. I mean, could be
Yeah,
Basic.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either Erstal survived the explosion and got away with the stone, or it's in the hands of the puppet user. Not looking like that coming back.
Seem like it.
I'm happy to wait around a few more minutes.
Yeah.
So if we did find that hoard, what would you guys want to do with it?
Uh, laboratory to play around with.
Have it.
Habits. I think you'd spend it all on drugs.
Always good to have money.
Yeah, but we're talking a lot of money. This is the biggest hoard anyone's ever heard of.
Rumors say it's 500,000 gold.
Yeah, that's a big butt tap. Definitely wouldn't have to think about paying for drinks ever again.
Were you ever paying for drinks?
No, I meant frequent.
No.
Solve that problem long ago.
Probably what I'd actually do is go hire a whole expedition to go into the Underdark, try and find my hometown, and rescue the people there.
Oh yeah, wow, that's more like it. What? Rescue your hometown. I mean, shit, that sounds noble. And not in the like my kind of nobility sense, like in actual.
I don't think of myself as much of a noble, but I've lived with them for a few hundred years. You know, hardly just let them stay there.
What are you people under threat from? I mean, do they need saving urgently?
Not, not terribly urgently, just, well, a drastic population decrease, and it's not really sustainable anymore. It sort of collapsed. Trying to rebuild, but, you know, it's hard. Dangerous environment.
That could definitely be a full use of the coin. Go and rebuild an Underdark city. Never been to the Underdark. You know, I've been wanting to get out of Waterdeep. I wouldn't mind paying it a visit.
Certainly sounds nice. I'm sure they'd be interested to meet the guy that helped me rescue them.
I mean, we could franchise the tavern. Open a Troll's Lantern down there. Let me tell you, without taverns running, your population is bound to increase.
Found then sign with that at a tavern. We found it. It found the
But yeah, I get the impression if we were to find that treasure, we'd be very famous. I mean, we'd be very rich. And I think two go hand in hand.
Yeah, I think we will wrap it up for today.
All right.
Thanks for the session.
Yeah,
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
yeah. Tomorrow
Yes.
expedition.
Yes.
I've been so focused on Saturday's game. Like, spent like 2 days just trying to figure out what all these new things mean. Trying to customize it and balance the whole party so that Jerry's not just like 10 times stronger than everyone else.